welcome to Texas Championship Wrestling at the great Metroplex Arena here in North Dallas. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Mercer. Great to have you along on this edition, and we've got a special treat for you coming up. It's the Dragon Master, never seen on television here at the Metroplex Arena, but we're going to see him, and we have a feature with him from the New World Sports of Tokyo right here.
私は日本の会社スーパーワールドスポーツコーポレーションアメリカはいつでも買ってやります。僕のマネージャーこれから連れてきますのでいつでも用意して待ってろ。分かったな。ベリー・ジャクソン用意して待ってろ。Erich Jackson here. Japan #1, Ichiban.
And at ringside of the Metroplex Arena, this is Bill Mercer with Adam Beach. Adam, welcome to this event, getting into the world of professional wrestling.
Thank you very much, Bill. It's good to be here, and I'm looking forward to a night of some real close competition.
We should have that. In the ring is our ring announcer and journalistic interviewer, Don Batiste. And coming along now, there's Perry Jackson, and you hear the music, which indicates the arrival of our next ingredient in this event on Texas Championship Wrestling. The man you just saw from New World Sports of Tokyo, the Dragon Master, making his way to the ring. Here he comes, along with Mr. Farouk. That strange man that, Adam, we are not quite sure, Mr. Farouk. He kind of hails from everywhere.
I've seen him a few times here and there putting deals together with the wrestlers, and he's come across a sorty one this time, Bill.
And here's Don Batiste.
Will be the Dragon Master.
Well, we've lost Don just a second. If they bring up the audio in the arena, and as soon as we have that corrected, we'll get the introduction. Try it again, Don.
Today's first match will be the Dragon Master with his manager, Ali Farouk. His opponent today, from Texarkana, Arkansas, Action Jackson. It will be a one-fall, 15-minute bout. The referee, Bobby Turner.
All right, Don Batiste and Bobby Turner, the referee in this first bout on Texas Championship Wrestling here at the great Metroplex Arena, located just off 635 in North Dallas by Markville and Greenville Avenue. And here we go into the action. The dreaded, I guess we'd have to say, Dragon Master, this man above us, who had him in a great, you think back to what we have seen in the past, the great Kabuki and the great Muda. All these men out of the Orient have that same style and resourcefulness.
They sure do, and he's a contender. He's somebody that you want to be careful of. He's somebody that you want to keep your eye on. I think Action Jackson's going to do just that.
Jackson, the last time we met on television, lost rather suddenly and quickly to John Tatum. Now, he is involved here with a man who is acquainted personally and sensitively with the martial arts of the Orient. And Perry Jackson knows in order to beat him, he's going to have to stay with him, twisting the wrist lock. Now into the shoulder, but notice how quickly. Nice move by Jackson, protecting himself on the come down with the Dragon Master.
It was a very nice comeback. It's the kind of stuff Perry Jackson's going to have to do to be a contender in this match tonight.
I like the hairstyle of PJ. He's got it embroidered in his head. I'd like to have that much hair to be able to work, but you do. You can do that. All right, PJ taking some pretty hard blasts of the Dragon Master, that kick. And away Dragon Master goes.
The Dragon Master's not going to have any mercy on Perry Jackson. And we're going to have to see some action out of Jackson if he thinks he's going to have any chance on winning this tonight.
Well, he's got to move in. Keep the Dragon Master out of his reach, because once that man makes contact, he's got all the holes, all the resourcefulness.
He does. It's funny you say that, Bill, because the pressure points are a lot of things that Oriental study, and I think he's going to use it to his advantage.
Dragon Master in the ropes. That should be a break, but it is not cleanly done. Bobby Turner with a trouble in there. Dragon Master may not understand the language, but he'll understand this from Perry Jackson, who explodes and says, hey, don't pull that stuff. We're going to do that. We're all going to have war. And away goes Jackson on Dragon Master in the corner. Still no break. Turner might not even be useful in this. There goes Jackson. There goes the floor, and Dragon Master owns the ring.
Wow. I would have never thought that. I just never would have thought this would have happened, Bell. This soon in the match that the Dragon Master would throw him out of the ring. And Perry Jackson, if I look at his face, he already looks like he's worked out.
Well, he's been worked over pretty well. Watching Farouk over here on your side. See what he might do. He got involved the last time. And Perry Jackson.
You know, Farouk's not only a manager, but a businessman, and he doesn't make too many bad decisions. I really hope that Jackson can pull this one off.
And choking over the middle rope, Bobby Turner having his trouble with the Dragon Master in order to tell him, hey, look, let go. It's time to break it. Right back in, little headlock. What's inside is, that looked like a karate. Looked like the fingers straight out. Into the throat. Into the Adam's apple. Into the esophagus of Perry Jackson, and Dragon Master attacking. Always on the move, always attacking. Never defensive, Adam.
He doesn't have to be defensive.
There's a little choking on the inside.
That. Yeah. What's that ponytail action Jackson's wearing there, Bill?
Well, I haven't, right now with the problem he's in, I can't see it, but I can see that arm scissored, and then across the back of the neck is plenty of trouble for Perry Jackson right now, as Dragon Master maintains control in this bout.
He's had control the whole time, and Jackson's struggling here. I don't even see a sweat on the Dragon Master so far.
But Perry turns around with a count of 2. Nicely done, as he took the hole and reversed it, using it to his advantage. Good work by Jackson, and almost picking up a 3 on the count on the shoulders of the Dragon Master.
Looks like the ref is asking him if he wants to give here. Oh, here comes Perry Jackson.
Right back. And right back in on it. Coming up a little later in this bout, Cowboy Tony against Iceman King Parsons. And also a little later on, we've got Abdullah the Butcher and Terry Garvin, as Dragon Master breaks that hole, but oh, with a drop across the throat. Got him all set up right now. That can undo your solar plexus. Dragon Master working in the corner. Looking for an opportunity, going high, coming off with a kick into the chest, right above the heart. And Perry, eyes glazed, looking in trouble, trying to fight back, and doing a pretty good job as Dragon Master gets ripped across the eyes. And bang, Perry coming after him. And a rip right back. They're going after it full speed now. Record on the drop by the Dragon Master.
And the Dragon Master doesn't... The Dragon Master's not going to put up with that. He's not going to tolerate it. Perry Jackson's struggling here, and he's at his last straws. He's at the end of his rope.
A choke that time. That was a quick count by Bobby Turner. How much Farouk has his... And out goes Perry again. That's the second time Dragon Master's tossed him out of that. I wonder... I always see if it goes to the floor. Dragon moving around to the far side. To Farouk. Now they're going to do a little battle down here on the floor of the Metroplex Arena.
You know, there's no pads on the floor here, Bill. So whatever happens out on that floor, it's got to be painful. Concrete has no mercy.
And so we'll see if Perry Jackson can recover from that bout on the floor. And looks like he's come back quite well. Coming in with lefts and rights to hit, and then a whip. Nicely done. Kick inside, working well. Perry turning things around when it looked like he was just about out of it. 1 is the only count. Dragon Master. And a reverse chinlock. Perry trying to maintain a little bit of an attack here. And the Dragon Master always using his opponent to his own skills. There is Mr. Farouk.
It looks like about 6 minutes have gone by in this match here.
Actually, Perry has done quite well, considering the times that he's been close to losing this. Another choke. That's what Bobby Turner's account.
I guess, Bill, if you call being thrown out of the ring, doing quite well. All things considered.
All things considered. And head drop. And that didn't do anything well for Jackson.
Still no sweat from the Dragon Master. And Perry Jackson in big trouble here.
Kicks on the head. Perry Jackson trying to hang in, trying to stay with it and figure out some way to overcome his opponent. The strange man from the Orient. Chop across the chest. Dragon Master. Not utilizing the rules extensively and not listening to the referee very well. Couple of chops. Turner talking again about, here's a nice roll-up. Looking for that's just a wrist lock and barred. It's a pretty simple thing now for Dragon Master to catch a breath right here.
Absolutely. And the Dragon Master catches breath. He's a veteran wrestler. Perry Jackson's only been doing this about 1 year. And he's really not even held a major title. So if he can live against the Dragon Master, I think it's going to be a good thing for him.
That's the Dragon Master. Opening bout on this edition of Texas Championship Wrestling. Putting the class back in wrestling. Dragon Master tied in very nicely with that barred wrist lock. And Perry Jackson trying to figure out some way that he can take advantage of this moment. He can use the rest, although resting is not really what this is all about, trying to prepare for the next move.
What kind of move?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bill. What kind of move do you think this is right here? He's got his arm bent back real hard. Is this something from the Orient or?
Yeah, a barred wrist lock. And just a normal wrestling hold. You look for him to keep this and to sort of paralyze the left arm, cut the circulation off on the left side of Perry Jackson. Turn it down so he only has one arm really to work with well. But he's got the right arm, and that works for the fist pretty darn well. And here they go, toe-to-toe. Popping, slapping, and banging. And Perry takes advantage of it. A great clothesline. Dragon Master shaking that one off. Perry Jackson on the attack. Comes off the rope again. He is drop kick on the 50-yard line. And the Dragon Master suddenly turns things around. Perry got a little bit. An atomic drop. That might do it. Eyes glazed. 1, 2, 3. And the Dragon Master comes back for a win on our opening bout on Texas Championship Wrestling.
And what a move that was. That atomic drop did it. Right on the head, the spinal cord, and Perry Jackson, he doesn't know who or where he is, Bill.
So there you see him, the man we've talked about, the Dragon Master, being pointed toward the ring and away. And on the floor, Perry Jackson, who looked like he had it going his way until that last second kick. We'll be back in just a moment.
Kevin Von Erich versus the Angel of Death. Austin and Stud versus King Parsons and Billy Joe Travis. Steve Simpson versus Ollie Farouk, plus 2 other exciting matches. That's 2 big title matches, and it's ladies' night. Ladies free and general admission when accompanied by a date. 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Metroplex Arena.
Never forgets his humble beginnings, as we see here in this piece where he visits his friends and fellow human beings. You know, there's an irony here. I stand out here with this old barrel and fire, and right there is this skyline of the wealthy downtown Dallas. And it's something I'm feeling here.
Yes, there's about 5,000 homeless in a 5-block area in this part of Dallas.
Right here?
Right here in this area. The homeless shelters are full during this time of year when it's real cold. The Union Gospel Mission here, it's next door, they have people sleeping on the floors. There's a lot of them that just will not go into the shelters. They prefer right out here in the open.
Right out here with this fight.
So we provide the barrel.
Here comes Iceman.
Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, good to see you.
What's up, Bill?
How you doing?
What's going on? Fine, baby.
Good. Feels good around this fire, doesn't it?
I know what it feels like to be cold and homeless, baby. I've been there, man.
Guys, you come down here quite often, then?
Yes, sir, brother. You know, it's not just here in Dallas, Texas. It's all over the country, man. My hometown, St. Louis, Chicago, New York, I've been there, man. You know, and I know what it's like to be cold and hungry and no place to stay. I've been there.
Is there a solution to this? Is there something we can do? Is there something we're not doing?
You know, these people ain't greedy, they just the needy. Instead of helping all these other countries, what about our people right here, man? Help our people right here at home, you know? They're not greedy, they just the needy, man. Help them. Then think about helping somebody else in some other foreign country. That's the way I feel, man.
Don Batiste brings us up to date with Iceman in the dressing room. Don?
Iceman, what are your plans for Cowboy Tony tonight?
Since I'm in Texas, I'm going to say it like the Texas people would say it. Cowboy Tony. You're a joke, boy. Ain't a horse that can't be rode, ain't a man that can't be throwed. See, I'm no stranger. I've been from toast to toast, from coast to coast. Tony, I'm gonna ride you, boy. Like Mama says, it bees that way sometime. Have mercy. Yeah.
Well, folks, it sounds like a threat. And this match will be coming up in just a few minutes. Thanks.
Kevin Von Erich, next Sunday night you're wrestling me for my Texas heavyweight title. A lot of people have said the Von Erichs are all washed up. But don't ever think for 1 minute that I'm so naive as to believe that. You're gonna have to get in there and take it away from me. And when it's all over, you're gonna leave with exactly what you came with, nothing.
This coming Sunday in the Metroplex Arena, I'm going to be wrestling for the Texas Heavyweight Championship. Now, there's only one direction a professional wrestler goes, and that's straight ahead. Now, this is a heavyweight title. This is a championship match. And anytime I'm in the ring, I'm going to be giving it 110%. Now, the Angel is a hell of a wrestler. He's good. But I'll tell you this, I don't lay down for anybody. I'm going to be giving it everything I've got. Angel of Death, bring all you've got, and let's just see who's the best one.
In the ring is Don Batiste.
Our second match this evening is from Fort Worth, Cowboy Tony. His opponent this evening is Iceman King Parsons from St. Louis, Missouri. This will be a one-fall, 15-minute bout. Your referee, Ernest Wilkerson. Thank you.
Don Batiste introducing Iceman King Parsons and Cowboy Tony. Well, Iceman King Parsons, long in this business from East St. Louis, long-time competitor, one of the toughest in the business. And I tell you, Adam Beach, that Cowboy Tony's in for a rude awakening if he thinks it's going to be an easy bout.
He sure is. They only Iceman Parsons only outweighed Cowboy Tony by about 20 pounds. But he's never held the title. Cowboy Tony hasn't. And I think he's in for a lot of trouble tonight.
Cowboy Tony doesn't want to shake hands. Well, Iceman can work without that. That style of his moves, he'll keep him very, very busy in this bout. Of Iceman King Parsons. Like his mother says, sometimes it just has to be that way. And that may be what it is against a cowboy. Iceman. He'll start a little slowly at him, and then he'll pick up the pace, and you'll see some moves that will keep Cowboy grasping around, trying to find out where the man went.
Yeah, he sure will, Bill. I've seen Cowboy Tony wrestle for a long time, and he likes, I don't know, he likes to taunt the crowd. He likes to play around, and I think playing around with the Iceman is going to get him in big trouble.
No, you better just try to win quickly, because it'll happen to you right there. As you talked about, Iceman weighs a little bit more than Cowboy Tony, but that weight is better distributed.
You bet. It's more on the top of his chest than right there in the midsection.
He is a strong, strong young man. You can see he's been developing those muscles. Iceman. With a large family. And he takes care of that family. He is a dedicated professional. Parsons working in a little feel here. Now in a headlock. There you go. Iceman in a position where he can move off the ropes in a hurry and throw those shoulders around that are so well developed. And the Iceman has developed quite a, I guess you'd call that a coiffure. At least it's an interesting coloring on his head, but Cowboy Tony thinks he's got an advantage here. Not long.
Not for long. Cowboy Tony's in trouble. And there it is with a flying back slam.
That's the Iceman. Cowboy Tony thought he'd gone off the roller coaster ride.
I look at Cowboy Tony, crying like a big old baby. Iceman, he hasn't even broken a sweat yet. He wants to get down and party. And like they say where I come from, Bill, ice, ice, baby. Get down.
So he is, kind of lulls the guy to sleep and says, ooh, here we go. Iceman. Cowboy Tony's trying to figure out some way to recover his bruised body and ego after what happened to him there. Thought he had the advantage, but it didn't last long. Twisted wrist lock. Iceman will push it right back. Say, hey, let me have that. I'll take care of it. And he does. Inside on the headlock. Iceman King Parsons. He is right there, moved down, and he has control of Cowboy Tony.
He's got a lot of control of Cowboy Tony. Tony's hopeless in this kind of situation. The Iceman is a fully developed athlete. He's bad to the bone. He's going to take this one easy and add this along with all the other bouts he's won to his list of titles and trophies and winnings.
Ernest Wilkerson, the official, who is down there with a count of 2, and Tony almost put away. Ernest is probably one of the
most colorful referees we've had. Look at that cummerbund.
He is certainly the most colorful in the business. Count of 1, back on the corner now is Iceman with a count of 2. And Tony is using that situation quite well. Iceman didn't like the way he's pulled trunks, pulls his tights. So Cowboy Tony escapes for a moment. Iceman King Parsons in command, and coming up, you saw the famed Dragon Master opening our program, and you'll see Abdullah the Butcher as he meets Terry Garvin in the next bout here on Texas Championship Wrestling at the great Metroplex Arena, located on Markville, just off Greenville, south of 635 in Dallas. It is the center for entertainment, sports, and fun. The Metroplex Arena, a great place for the family, a great place for a great time. And right now, a great time not being had by Cowboy Tony. Right on his back again.
There you go. There's the 20 pounds is going to show you what's going on. Cowboy Tony in trouble. In trouble. Cowering in the corner. And the Iceman, he's grimacing. He's laughing. He's just going to be whatever he wants to do to him.
Well, Iceman has taken Tony's every move and reversed it. And that's got to be frustrating for the Cowboy. And he thinks that he's in good position to do something, and something's on his back, on his face, turned upside down, because the Iceman is that quick and resourceful. He's switching the eyes, shot in the head, and Cowboy Tony for a second here with an opportunity. And a headlock, and ooh, that thumb in the throat. That was not a very smart thing for Cowboy Tony to do. And not a legal move. Cow exploded and the thumb in the throat again.
Well, I'll tell you, I hope that Iceman doesn't recover for Cowboy Tony's sake, because if he does, there's going to be something to pay here.
Nightmare down on top, choke inside. Got away with that. Ernest didn't see that choke in there. Now a reverse chinlock by Cowboy Tony. Right at the center of Texas. Texas Championship Wrestling.
And what a move by Iceman there to escape. What little chokehold that the Iceman got away from.
Rip in the eyes, Iceman. Taking a little punishment here from Cowboy Tony. Reverse chinlock again. Cowboy Tony having his moment. The Iceman has really been in charge of this bout. Hey, coming up in our next program, look for the Dragon Master to meet Terry Gordy. And that will be a feature attraction. The Dragon Master meeting Terry Gordy.
Oh, turning off the city there for the Iceman. It's got to hurt. You know, that drawing on his head, that pain stuff. I talked to the Iceman about that. And that's supposed to be, you know, it's for good luck. It's for strength. It's for inner strength. And you're going to see that inner strength come out right here, Bill.
And his inner strength does come out as Iceman King Parsons moves in, kicks in, steps in. Headbutt, look out, Cowboy Tony on his way. Iceman King Parsons taking command again. Rolls up. Left hand. Wound up and blasted Cowboy Tony. Coming off the ropes. Tony on the move. The butt. Well, the butt for Iceman, a count of 3, and Iceman King Parsons blows away his opponent, Cowboy Tony, with a big move.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. And 12 years in the business comes through. Like you said, Bill, before, here's a man who works with the homeless. Here's a man who cares about other people. And he comes in and he does his job and he does it well.
One thing Mama always said, whatever works, if it's working for you, hell, stay with it.
How about Matt Bourne and you together next week?
Hey, Maniac Matt Bourne, and of course the Iceman. Hey, we just like Hubba Bubba. Anybody get in the ring with us, ain't no trouble.
Good, Ice. Thank you very much.
I just want to say one more thing, brother. Texas Championship Wrestling is what it's all about. You talking about being fair? This is it.
All right.
Like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes. Have mercy.
All right. It certainly does. That's the Iceman, and we'll be back. You've always probably wanted to go on a caravan someplace, you know, across Afghanistan or through Africa. Well, I met a gentleman, Kumar from India, who has done the very thing. He at one time was telling us about his first encounter with Abdullah the Butcher. He met him in Sudan, and Abdullah was, well, just devastating the place. He was out of control. Kumar is a juggler, and he was juggling, and suddenly Abdullah became very quiet and controlled. Here's the way Kumar described the event.
I am traveling around the world, and I was stopped at Sudan, and we saw a wrestling, and there was the Mr. Butcher, that he was tied up so hard, and he was so angry, and nobody can control him. And I said, oh boy, let me do some things, because I am the man of the peace and man of the concentrations and yoga and breathings and juggling, and I start juggling right there. When I start, the reactions come to Mr. Butcher and Mr. Ali, and they start giving me the big smiles, and I was surprised what's effect to him. And then I sit down and start meditating. Just I stop my jugglings, and when I start close my eyes and I sit, and when I open it, they come and shake my hand. And I was really surprised that what's the Mr. Ali and Mr. Butcher, when they were angry, I could not explain you how this thing happened, but I just start juggling, and I don't know what happens to him, and they becomes my best friends.
From Kumar of India, we go to Kevin von Erich. Kevin visited with us earlier this week about his thoughts and his desires. Kevin's quite a family man.
You know, lawsuits and litigations, and they take so long. I've never had anything to do with these parts of business, but lately I'm dragged into it, and I've been listening to, you know, lawyers talk all day long for the past few months. But what I do best is wrestle. I've been missing it, and lately I wrestled at the Metroplex Arena. Had a good time out there, too. You know, something kind of gets inside you and it builds. It wants to go, you know. This is what I've been doing all my life is professional wrestling. I know one speed, and that's 110%. Just a minute. Yeah, that's a good job. Atta girl. And, you know, this is great, the family style living and all. I love being at home, and, you know, that's great. But something inside me says, you know, you got something else to do, Kevin. It's, I've been doing this all my life, it seems like, and it's just, my life's empty without it. I need to get in that ring and have some combat. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels good to deliver a blow. It feels good to wrestle. I just love it. And my life's been kind of empty in that way. And I plan on getting back in the ring and giving it everything I've got, and I want you folks to keep an eye out, because you're going to hear Kevin von Erich again real soon.
Couple guys, before I do that, we are going to be wrestling this Sunday night at the Metroplex Arena for the Texas Heavyweight title. And now you're going to meet Iceman King Parsons and little Kingfisher. How you doing, King? Remember, people, kids are a dollar, but he gets in free because he's with me. Stud, something is going down. You bunch of roulette boots. Good.
What you're looking at here is the Texas Tag Team Champions, baby. Team Adonis. They've taken all kinds of people at us, baby. Nobody's beaten us yet.
Nobody's come close to beating us.
And you know, this Sunday, they're going to bring in Iceman King Parsons. And Billy Joe Travis, the man who they say has the best right hand in professional wrestling. Well, I'm going to give these guys a little credit. They're okay. But, baby, they're going down with nothing this Sunday night.
At the Metroplex Arena here in North Dallas, and the great stars of Metroplex Arena, as we have the next in our main event coming up here right now. Terry Garvin's already in the ring, and let's go to Dawn Batiste.
Hi, the third match this evening. From Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher, with his manager, Ali Farouk. And in this corner, from Louisville, Kentucky, Terry Garvin. It will be one fall, 30-minute match. The referee's name is John Ernesto. And here comes Abdullah the Butcher.
And Abdullah the Butcher coming in now for his cue.
Boy, it looks like Farouk's pretty diversified, representing quite a few people here. And look at the size of this man. And look at those boots, Bill.
Abdullah the Butcher will be picking out those boots where the toes are made so they can work through the sand.
Wow.
But, you know, he's about as big as all of Sudan. Comes up now and ready to meet Terry Garvin, who in this particular bout is going to be about, 100 pounds under that of Abdullah.
Yeah, pretty close there, Bill. And, you know, years in the business, we don't know how long Abdullah the Butcher's been wrestling. Garvin's been doing it for 7 years. Abdullah's not wasting any time here.
Immediately before the bell goes in, now a little choke, and John Ernesto, the referee, may have all that he wants. Like Abdullah's taking a punishment in the side in another bout. There goes Terry Garvin flying up. Younger brother of gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
Terry.
On the mat, Terry Garvin on the floor. And he is trying to figure out just what hit him, and figures Farouk did. But Farouk, as we look at our fans up at Kazooties, the super boxes here at the Metroplex Arena. And here comes Garvin back trying to, don't come this way. That's not the place to throw the guy right here on our table.
Little hazard pay for me and Bill Mercer. Oh, no.
And fingers up the nose and in the eyes, and Garvin in all sorts of trouble right here.
Strangling him with the extension cord for the microphone. The referee begging Abdullah to stop.
Garvin is still right here, but there's plenty of trouble for him with Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah keeps sticking in the fingers in the eyes, in the throat, in the mouth, in the nose. And Garvin has just about all he can do with Abdullah. The Butcher.
Oh, 305 pounds. Oh, my. Holy mackerel. I don't believe it.
Abdullah with 300 pounds standing on Terry Garvin. And Garvin has not had an opportunity to do a thing against Abdullah. Just keep...
Well, I don't believe it. I haven't seen anything like it. And Abdullah the Butcher came here to win at any cost.
I think that's probably what his whole attack is on anybody. He gets bloodied up, he gets mean, and some of the others really give him a tough time. But I'm not sure that Garvin is one who can really do much to him. Abdullah, the size of a dreadnought. And Garvin has never been able to maneuver in this bout because of the opening situation. Got knocked flat, and there goes Garvin. Well, coming up next week, don't forget that Dragon Master comes back with Terry Gordy. Matt Bourne and Iceman meet Austin and Stud. And the Abdullah Butcher Man will be back in a couple of weeks to take on Terry Gordy. So they got a lot of action coming up, and you got to see Abdullah the Butcher Garvin trying to get Farouk on the floor over there, but the Butcher's going to take care of it.
Abdullah's got a wild hold on here now, and finally releases. 5 minutes gone by here in this first match. I'm surprised Terry Garvin's lasted 5 minutes with the Butcher.
Abdullah shoving Garvin and missing. Garvin trying to fighting back somehow. Good. Left and right to the head and body. And Terry Garvin trying to do something with Abdullah. Trying to work him. Rolls him up. Hey, nice reverse flip. On top and pounding away. Well, that's great work for Garvin. Giving the Butcher some of what he's taken in this bout. And really working at it well. Terry Garvin. Slamming away on Abdullah the Butcher.
And Garvin's not going to stop here. Garvin's going to continue to wail on him. It's the only hope that he has to beat this man.
Terry Garvin trying to rip him in the eyes like the Butcher did him a moment ago. You know, Abdullah is probably such an apparition. The crowd just doesn't know what to think of him, how to take him.
You know, I know in this country people don't know how to take him. He's such a huge man. But from the native country where he comes from, he's a beautiful man. The Sudan is poverty, it's grief-stricken, so on and so forth. And to have somebody of his weight is something of very much a beauty, Bill.
There's a part of the beautiful Metroplex Arena where you can top off, you're talking about watering holes in the Sudan. Well, this is a watering hole in the Metroplex.
Absolutely.
Right here. Garvin having his head twisted now by Abdullah. Had a moment when he really was giving the Butcher some trouble.
The crowd's trying to get behind Terry, trying to get him to do something.
That into the temples, that's a pressure point that can numb the man's head. And Garvin certainly feeling the effects of this kind of hold from the Butcher.
And there's Farouk. Farouk praying to somebody.
Vanesco's looking in to see if this sleep hold, which in effect it is, that they put him to sleep and take him out. But Garvin is still awake and still lucid. Garvin trying to pick up the tempo of the fans. Slamming him with that elbow. Nice work by Garvin. Standing around. He separates it a bit. Coming back a little bit here. And an opportunity.
The crowd loves it. The crowd wants to see what's going to happen. What's Garvin going to do with him? Oh, Garvin's going nowhere but to the floor.
John Vanesco points out that that is an illegal move and one that can really permanently destroy an injured Terry Garvin.
Now, a lot of women are going to be disappointed about that, from what I hear.
Standing on his throat. Abdullah the Butcher. That's a choke, and Vanesco. And Farouk over here giving the intonations to something, but it's also a cue to the Butcher to stop at certain times.
And the Butcher growling, vicious. He wants him. He's going to take him. He's so animate about it.
I think he's thoroughly enjoying it. He's thoroughly enjoying it.
It really looks that way to me.
And Garvin is not enjoying much, although he'd like to feel he's got an opportunity. Here's it well. Nice kick. Comes back a bit, trying to. And that's the main thing. He's trying to. Now he has the Butcher in trouble across and under the top rope. And really pounding into that 300-pound frame. A quick shot on the head. But you wonder, Adam, if anything bothers the Butcher very much.
It doesn't really look like it. He's just kind of sitting there like a big mouse. He's not moving. Oh, but when he moves quickly, and down goes Garvin.
Garvin with a bit of blood now on his lower lip, where the Butcher has knocked him around some.
After 10 minutes, I'm surprised we haven't seen blood too, but 10 minutes have gone by, and blood from Garvin doesn't surprise me at all.
The Butcher continues to rip up his opponent. And here comes Garvin, and the Butcher, nice job on the shoulder, pounds him down. Standing up there again.
305 pounds of pure Abdullah the Butcher on Terry Garvin's face.
Now the Butcher, that's another signal from Farouk. Has Garvin in some difficulty.
You know, I wish Farouk would sit down someplace.
Well, he's not going to. He's got to cue the Butcher on the counts. 1, 2, 3, and one more, and he's out of there, and he just does finish. So Garvin is not finished. But he certainly has been staggered a bit right here. That's Farouk giving those signals.
Yeah, Farouk better pray. He better pray that Garvin doesn't get back up, or because the Butcher's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Garvin hanging on, trying to come out of it. Pounds in again on the Butcher. Garvin giving up about 100 pounds or better. And the Butcher looking a little bit tired here. Maybe Garvin has taken it long enough that he can. Oh, there's a thrust kick right in the lower abdomen of Terry Garvin and the Butcher.
The Butcher hasn't pulled anything out of his pants tonight here. I'm referring to some of the Butcher things that he does, some of the things that a Butcher uses, he hasn't pulled out. And the blood start from Garvin has just been from this match. And every once in a while, Bill, you hear the fans come to the crowd. Garvin, they want it. USA. They don't want somebody from another country beating one of our boys. They want Garvin to win.
And the crowd does pick up the chant, let's go, Terry, go. And he'd like to go, but once again, it's a pressure point on the side of the head. And the Butcher making intense pain to Terry Garvin right now. In this, our big event on Texas Championship Wrestling, where the biggest man in the business, over 300 pounds, Abdullah the Butcher with Terry Garvin. And the next time you see Abdullah, week after next, and he meets an equally big man, Terry Gordy.
Oh, yeah, Bill. What a match that's going to be. Old Terry Bam Bam Gordy. That's a homeboy here from Texas. And I think Abdullah's going to have his work cut out for him that night.
Right now, Garvin still trying to fight back. Get a lot of credit for going after this. He stays in there. Hard shots to midsection. Garvin has taken all sorts of punishment, but his credit, he's dished out plenty and still is. Now a bite on the head.
And they're both screaming. They're both yelling. And pain for the Butcher.
Garvin. And the Butcher. And Garvin learning something from the Butcher. Coming back and ripping his mouth like the Butcher did to him early in this bout. Now out the center of the ring, trying to get him off the ropes. Ooh, I hope those ring posts hold up.
Yeah.
Garvin just about missed him. Comes right back with a knee lift. I'm not sure this post in this ring can handle the Butcher.
I wouldn't think so, but I hope Garvin doesn't throw him this way that fast.
Oh, a hard shot in the throat.
Uh-oh.
And here comes the Butcher.
It feels like it. Here it comes.
Oh! 300 pounds. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And the Butcher. The Butcher takes Terry Garvin and wraps him up finally. And the Butcher still staring into space as Farouk brings him off. Well, in this edition of Texas Championship Wrestling, you've seen the Dragon Master beat Perry Jackson, Iceman King Parsons over Cowboy Tony, and here Abdullah the Butcher demonstrating his techniques and his ability to be the rough and mean and really a terrible sort of attack that he put on Terry Garvin. But he is gone, he is away, and in the ring left is Terry Garvin.
Well, I'll tell you, Terry Garvin, for being 100 pounds less, did the best that he could.
And we'll come back right after this with more Texas Championship Wrestling. Exciting time on Texas Championship Wrestling. Before I tell you about next week's card, let me tell you about a conversation I had with Gary Hart, a matchmaker. We were discussing some of these great names in wrestling that are on Texas Championship Wrestling, like Matt Bourne and Terry Gordy and many, many others, Iceman King Parsons. And you know, we were saying, well, I know so-and-so, and we were going back to some of the history of wrestling and great names like Duke Kiamuka and Killer Carl Cox. And, you know, these are people that we've known forever. And there must be some wrestlers out there that you watch. There are other wrestling programs, of course, and you'd like to see them on Texas Championship Wrestling. So we'd like for you to, in your cards and letters you've been sending to Texas Championship Wrestling, which we appreciate, the next time you do that, say, hey, I'd like to see so-and-so. one of the great wrestlers that you admire, come to Texas Championship Wrestling. And then I'll get with Gary Hart, and the matchmaker that he is, I'm sure that he'll go out and sign him up and bring him in. We do appreciate your interest and excitement and enthusiasm for Texas Championship Wrestling. It is that impetus that gives us the desire and the enthusiasm to keep building this program into a real class of professional wrestling. Now, also cards and letters to our friends at Channel 27, KDFI. They're the ones, of course, who make the airtime available and the vision of this wrestling available. So give them a call, send them a card, send them a letter, tell them how much you appreciate their presenting Texas Championship Wrestling on Channel 27. Now, let me talk about the fact that at Metroplex Arena, and remember where we are, 635, just south of there on Greenville, 1 block east at the next traffic light. Metroplex Arena the next time, and on Channel 27, you're going to see Terry Gordy, he of the Freebirds, this magnificent hunk of man, who, by the way, is going to make an announcement, an introduction of some sort, standing by a dumpster. We'll find out what that is next week. But Terry Gordy, magnificent creature of professional wrestling, is going to be meeting the Dragon Master. Now, the Dragon Master comes to us in the same sort of relative enthusiasm and excitement and strangeness of the great Kabuki, he of the great Green Mist. Still have some strains of that on my sport coat. And the great Muta. So you know that this is going to be one of the main events of tremendous interest. Terry Gordy and the Dragon Master. Another tremendous bout that we want you to be sure to put on your calendar is that of the California Stud and Steve Austin against Iceman King Parsons and Matt Bourne. Now, Austin has just been named by Pro Wrestling Illustrated as Rookie of the Year. What a fantastic award for his excellence in the ring and his dedication to continuing to improve and move forward in the professional ranks. So there are 2 tremendous bouts for you on Texas Championship Wrestling next week. Don't forget Terry Gordy and the Dragon Master and the California Stud and Steve Austin, Rookie of the Year, and they're going to battle Iceman King Parsons and Matt Bourne. You'll see a lot of other exciting matches on Texas Championship Wrestling. We hope you'll join us and be in tune to the world's array of great wrestlers coming to you from the Metroplex Arena in North Dallas. Metroplex Arena, just off 635 and Greenville Avenue. So, I'm Bill Mercer for Texas Championship Wrestling. Again, Gordy and the Dragon Master, Stud and Austin against Iceman King Parsons and Matt Bourne. And until next week, I'm Bill Mercer for Texas Championship Wrestling. Nice to have had you along with us, and join us next time for more wrestling excitement.